Hey, hey. Hi, guys. Welcome back. All right. I was going to try to get to some zodiacs tonight, but I think we're just going to do a collective message. I've I've got an early start tomorrow. We'll get back to zodiacs in the morning, okay? But we're going to do this, and then after this, I will post the video or do the video for the 13 zodiac winners instead, okay? But for right now, let's do a collective message and just see what we've got here. We have the cover deck for the royal pets. So hang on, because it's not really a card. Instead, what we have is this tip of the hat to the creator of a deck. So we could have somebody who's quite a talented artist, or somebody who's generated some kind of, like talent or something that they've been working on, and it's time to be acknowledged for that. We could say that. By the way, the creator of this deck is Wisdom by KK. We have Queen of Pentacles. We have Two of Swords. Okay, interesting, because to start this storyline out, if we have a character who's possibly either being blocked from getting the correct recognition, or they don't realize that, I feel actually like a Queen of Pentacles has wealth that is being denied to them. This could be somebody who's not being treated fairly right now, and she deserves to be recognized. Knight of Pentacles, yeah, it's coming in really slow. What are the blockages here? Four of Pentacles, somebody is holding her wealth back. Somebody is holding her success back. Why? Why are you doing this? Two of Cups. Okay, hang on now. Hang on. Just a second. This is happening for her, not to her. Eight of Swords, though. Wait, I'm missing something on this. Let me change decks and let's see if we can dig in. She has success and wealth that should be hers. She's not gaining it. Somebody is blocking it. But it's almost like there's this cosmic blockage around this, and it's all interwoven to some stuck energy surrounding a perceived Two of Cups. Now, I'm starting to wonder if this is her blocking some of her own success because she's clinging to something, or she's denying something. We have an Ace of Swords. Okay, we definitely need to get to a truth, and then we need to use that sort of truth to cut ourselves free, or to cut her free of something. Okay, give me another one here. Fool card in the reverse. I think right now we may have possibly a divine feminine that is not pursuing what she really wants. This might all be kind of on her side. She's the one not pursuing the thing that she most wants right now. She could be hung up on, let's say she's hung up on an ex. Let's say she's hung up on some kind of a connection. AC, hey, hey, darling. She could be hung up on some kind of scenario, some kind of situation, perhaps. Or she keeps thinking about a relationship. She could be putting herself, like blocking her own abundance, because in her mind, she's still stuck on what she thought was a perfect relationship. Now, that imagining she can't have what she wants is actually seeping out into other areas of her life, and she's blocking her own ability to become like very, very, affluent, very wealthy, very comfortable, very recognized. She's dimming her own light right now, is what this says, because she can't quite leap forward and imagine something new in her world. Okay, hang on. Tell me again about that Two of Cups with the Eight of Swords. 10 of Wands, big old heavy energy here. And then we've got that Knight of Cups sideways also. So we got a really like bogged down vibe here. Really, really, truly bogged down energy. This is a burden, and she's not realizing that it's her. She keeps thinking that either, you see this person is like, they're right in front of the mirror, but she can't see herself in her own beauty. She can't see herself in her own worth. She can't see herself and how there's millions of other people that would want to be with her. She has to get to that point where she stops thinking that, no, I met the one. I met the one. For some reason, if this didn't work out, then maybe nothing else in my life is destined to work out. That is not the way to approach this. This feels really King of Cups upright. I keep thinking that she's under the impression that there's this one person who is so tailor-made for her, who's so right for her. And she's like, but they loved me. That's the person, this King of Cups, they loved me. Three of Wands, and he's coming back, or I'll see him in the future. She may be trying to have a really loyal heart and say, no, I don't want anybody but him. But in this story, she's actually keeping herself stuck, and that is regretfully blocking all these other blessings. Now, this is one of those stories where we could play it two ways, and we could say, yeah, but true love is, patient and kind, and we do hold space for the person that we most want, and that's all she's doing, and isn't that great, and shouldn't we celebrate her for that? But in this story, I'm thinking that she is misguided. Let me just change decks again and say, universe, you want to weigh in on this for her right now? You want to weigh in on what's going on with her with this waiting? Temperance, the universe is like, she's got to get to a place of peace. Peace about what aspect of this? Nine of Sacred Circles. I mean, in this storyline, it says, feel empowered, feel amazing, be at peace in your own energy, know that you're stellar, know that you've got everything you need, know that you're a catch. She just has to find complete inner focus, I think. It's almost like the universe is nudging her, pay more attention to you for a minute. Five of Cups, because she keeps thinking about, and let me put it this way, I think this is a very gentle spirit, somebody who thinks a lot about the person that she loves and has built perhaps a bit of a fantasy, like maybe they are having problems. I need to send more love to them. My true love, he's out there, my King of Cups. He might be going through something difficult. Let me just focus on sending him my support. And the universe is like, wait a minute now. Invest in you. Because I don't know if this is even true. It seems like she's holding space for somebody that she believes she has all this love and compassion for. She definitely thinks that they are her Four of Wands, but the universe is saying sometimes our Four of Wands is not with the person that we wish it was going to be with. They might be a loss. Even here, we actually have two people here. And this is her looking stunned, going, wait, but I thought it was supposed to be the King of Cups I was with. I thought we were going to be together in the future. What do you mean there's this other hottie standing beside me? You mean, wait a second, I'm supposed to let go of the person that I thought I was supposed to hold on to? You mean I'm going to have a Four of Cups or Four of Wands life? I'm going to have my empire, but it's going to be with somebody else? It's like she has never considered this. I really think she got so focused on one person, and this has to be them because this is the bond, and I'm sure it all has to work out because, hey, this is super special. This is a Two of Cups. You only get one of those in a lifetime, blah, blah, blah. And the universe is like, no. You've attached your future to a thought process that you decided, but invest in yourself a little bit more, and you might start to see things in a slightly different way. So there's this real gentle encouragement, even though she is obviously very faithful. She likes to, follow a life path down the road that she really wants to see, blossom in her life. And kudos to her for being such a heart-centered person. But the universe is like, darling, you have a Four of Wands. It's just not with the person you think it is. But the longer you hold on to the wrong person, the mental image of the wrong person, time is going to pass you by, and you're cheating yourself out of being with the right person. I mean, I know this is, a little bit like, well, wait a second. Why was she even stuck on the wrong person? If, how'd she get stuck on the wrong person, right? Why couldn't the universe give her some sign, some symbol? Universe, are you trying to help her release this person? How is she supposed to just know to do this? We've got a 10 of Wands in the reverse. The universe says she has to let go of some kind of old pain, old wound. There's something, a mindset or thought process that's all the way back in her, like from childhood onward. Maybe she got it in her head, I'm the person who rarely gets chosen for things, but I'm still the person who has to be there for everybody. Like, let's say back in school, I didn't get invited to the cool kids parties, but on the other hand, if they were having a bad day, then I would be the person that they would kind of lean on when their other cool friends weren't around. And, when they had a down day, I would kind of be kind and supportive to them. And I've been used to being that role for people. I don't put myself first. I'm the person who's not picked, but then when somebody else needs me, I'm their rock. I'm kind of thinking it's a little bit like that. That mentality has to go. I keep feeling like she needs to be the lead character in her own mind. She should be the one who is pursued. She should be the person. Yeah, here we go. We got the action of wands. She needs to envision herself being the sought after person, the person that somebody would drive. I'm hearing that song. I would walk 500 miles, and I would walk 500 more just to be the man who something on at your door, who walks 1,000 miles to be there at your door. Sorry, it took me a minute to get there. Proclaimers. How could I forget those lyrics of all lyrics, right? She needs to see herself as the destination, the desired, the first choice. I don't think she's ever seen herself as somebody's first choice. And the universe is like, you are a first round pick. You've got to see yourself like that first, though, because you keep holding on to somebody who has not given you the appropriate amount of attention, time. Seven of Swords, she knows she needs to look at herself in this more empowered, more beautiful way, but she still, it's like she can't quite let herself say it out loud, you know? I feel like, and this could be a masculine just as well as a feminine, of course, but right now, she has got to break the image of who she believes she is in life. She is not the last person to be selected. She is not the person that she is. She is this. She is amazing. She's this eye-catching, gorgeous, very giving, very nurturing, but very powerful character who is a first round draft pick. And she has to know that about herself. Because right now she is putting all of her own like heart on hold, because she's imagining she has to wait for some King of Cups to finally be ready to be with her. And none of that is true. She should let go of him and go and, change her mindset to, I'm ready for the person who's going to pursue me. I'm ready to welcome them in. Seven of Pentacles. Please remember, this is the story for this particular character. But I kind of dig it, especially with this Seven of Pentacles here. She can't just give this concept lip service. She has to really dig into this idea. Be like, from here on out, I am welcoming in stuff that grows in my life. I am welcoming in opportunities for me to blossom and grow. I'm going to have a different life. We got an Ace of Wands, huge success, huge passion. That Ace of Wands, we see a sense of peace here as well. I think she has to just see her life growing differently. Both of these cards have something growing on it. And I think if she can just wrap her head around that aspect, I think she can be a heck of a lot happier. And I think it's going to get more second nature to her. If she, maybe she's going to have a hard time making the jump from, oh, I'm never anybody's first pick. I just am the person who waits until somebody finally, is ready to give me some attention. She may have a hard time jumping from that mindset to saying, are you kidding me? I definitely know that somebody is going to be nuts about me. They're going to, travel a long distance to get to me. Wild horses can't pull them back. That could be a hard jump for her to make. This could be the jump that is easier. She could start to believe in herself and grow and imagine, different things in her life getting stronger and better, more confident every day. I think that that's more what the universe is trying to nudge her toward. Every single day, you deserve better. Every single day, look at the things you did really well. Every single day, count up the things that you're talented at. Every single day, start rebuilding your self-worth, self-esteem, your self-image. Every single day, look in the mirror and see something about you that you like. Every single day, give yourself a compliment or, something along those lines, because this is somebody who really needs to see herself in a much better light. And here's the problem. She knows all this. She knows that she should feel better. She knows that she deserves better. That's probably the biggest conflict that's holding her back, is when you know that this whole, waiting for somebody to notice you thing is a bunch of BS, but you kind of keep doing it and then you kind of beat yourself into submission. This says, oh, hell no. Let's get this let's rip off that, we know better. She knows she deserves better. She knows she is more than this. She knows she is a first round draft pick. She knows she has a magnificent life on the horizon, and she shouldn't put up with anybody that isn't like obviously gravitating toward her with clear, straightforward energy. I think as soon as she just goes ahead and quits playing small, because I think that's more what this is, she doesn't want to be, like, oh, look at me, look at me. Like maybe she was told her whole life, you shouldn't be somebody that is too visible. That's embarrassing. Don't be, arrogant. Don't be this, don't be that, to the point where then it's like all this self-depreciation. And she could also be incredibly attractive, and she intentionally wears baggy clothes to hide a great figure. She, has beautiful hair, so she covers it up all the time with a hat. She, like, all of her best attributes, she could have been like told to hide them, or it was implied, you shouldn't shine. She needs to go and shine, shine, shine. Whatever her, I feel like this is a very beautiful, very attractive person. Great, hair, great eyes, great bod, whatever it is. And she's never once like just gone ahead and worn the figure form fitting outfits and, looked her shiniest, her best. This go for a dude too. Very talented, somebody who's very attractive, but they always downplay their power. It's time to not do that. It's time to do the reverse. Love this one. Justice. That's the only way to settle this injustice, because right now the injustice is her working against her own self and her own best outcomes. So I definitely love the fact that the universe is like, come on, I'm cheering for you. We got something awesome in store for you, but you got to be willing to accept it. It would be the same as if somebody knocks on your door and they say, hi, I've got this, the keys to a brand new car. I want to give this to you. And we peer out our window and we look and we go, I'm not going to accept that. I'm probably not worthy of that. The person who's standing there with the keys to the brand new car that they wanted to hand us, what are they supposed to do? No, you will accept it. They're not going to wrestle you and cram the keys in your hand and bust down your door with an axe to get it to you. They're going to be like, okay, well, I guess you said no thanks. That's kind of what the universe is like. Look, I got great stuff for you, but you got to open the damn door and let me hand it to you. You got to, I can't fight you over this. You got to don't do your own self dirty by rejecting the beautiful gift. Please open up and let me hand it to you. So it's very much in her power to do this, which is fantastic. And I actually think it's going to be very easy once she starts just, like, she has to be at ease. I feel like she needs to take a couple nice deep breaths and then just be like, okay, I'm worth it. Oh, there's a song. Oh, I know what it is. It's again that song by Abel Hart. I'm a magnet, I attract it. I believe and receive life's magic. I was like, God, what are those lyrics? Yeah, it's Abel Hart. That song came up not too long ago. 4 of Cups to the 2 of Pentacles. I feel like if anything, the second she shifts her energy, the second she starts to know she's worth more, that's where whoever that King of Cups is may very well start to think, God, I really missed out on a great person. But it's almost like she had to think that about herself, like, I'm a great catch, before he could realize, oh my God, why did I blow it with such a great catch? I don't know. This feels like, I don't know if he juggled her with somebody else and she was like, oh no, like I just have to wait for this person. I don't like this one. I'm sorry. I just don't. Got the Magician. I mean, look, she may not have heard the last from him. He may try to manifest her back. Magician can sometimes be a trickster. I don't know. I don't dig this very much. I hope that she doesn't end up reconnecting with somebody from the past, only because I feel like that would belie all of the rest of this, right? She's in a place of like shifting, moving into another energy. There we go. Queen of Wands. Well, you know what? I didn't see it this way before. If she can shift into the Queen of Wands energy, by the time an ex maybe stumbles their way back on in and it's like, hey, actually I juggled you with somebody else, but now I think I kind of should have bet on this horse, meaning you instead. So yeah, I think I'll manifest you back. A Queen of Wands will have no problem like snorting and laughing and saying, not a chance. Yeah, no, no, definitely no thanks. No, you definitely bet on the right horse. Because I was never a horse at all. Like I wasn't playing. So if yeah, look at this. Six of Cups in the reverse. We aren't really like a match. I do not feel like she's going to take him back. This person who she's been waiting on, unfortunately, in this storyline, they seem to be somebody who was juggling. They seem to be somebody who just couldn't acknowledge that, she had value. But again, maybe it was, this is not to blame her, but maybe the big moral of the story is she's got to see herself as super valuable too. A Queen of Wands is like, but you can have whoever you want. You just can't have me and them. If you don't know that I'm the number one, then you got to go. You're not my person, because my person will know that I'm the one they're seeking. So it doesn't mean that a Queen of Wands never get juggled, but she kind of laughs about it, and it's like, oh wow, they were so not on my level. You couldn't decide between me and somebody else. Oh honey, you definitely belong with that other person. You have fun. I'm varsity team and you're not ready for varsity. A Queen of Wands always is like, I was out of your league, hun. We got a 10 of Cups. She is definitely going to be headed for her real 10 of Cups. I'm not saying that this person is so, like, oh, I'm so full of myself that if you don't want me, then you obviously have bad taste. She's not arrogant, but she is dead on point with, if you're dealing with somebody and they're juggling and they don't know what they're doing, she wouldn't tolerate this. She would probably just realize that, well, the reason you don't know what you like is because you don't know yourself yet. And you can only deal with me if you know who you are, what you want, because I know who I am and what I want. I'm having the 10 of Cups. She will never settle for somebody less than what she is. Once she identifies that this is who she is. So I kind of feel like this is the ticket to her great happiness. This is the ticket to her. This was a Queen of Pentacles who needs to shift into her Queen of Wands energy. She needs to feel more attractive, whatever size, weight, whatever she is. She needs to realize how attractive she is, or vice versa, masculine as well. We've got this 8 of Wands and we got the 4 of Wands. I feel like she is this close in this storyline. She is this close to making these changes. And this is just the story of how she gets there, right? Because we started out with saying, okay, somebody has, we got the title deck or title card out of this deck, which is not really a card for the deck at all. It's just the artist's name. And I was like, okay, so somebody has created something. They should actually be reaping the rewards, but they aren't. I'm going to say this really is a metaphor for she should be the creator of her own life. She should picture herself as the lead character in her own life, the person who drives it forward, the person who doesn't have to pause and question, am I the lead actor or actress? Yes, honey, you definitely are. And I think the sooner she gets her mind into that mindset, and remember, she already knew, she's been lying to herself for a while, playing small, knowing she shouldn't. She just needs like a little bit of encouragement. I feel like I want to be her cheerleader. She needed just that little bit of encouragement where it's like, no, get out there and shine. Go wear that beautiful outfit. I would be that best friend who's like, no, you're not going out looking like that. You've got a great body. Put on something tighter. Nope, tighter yet. Lower cut. Nope. You can dress classy, but you got to show off your figure. Nope, you're not going to hide. No, take off the baseball cap. You're not wearing a little black dress with a baseball cap. Show your glorious hair. I would be that friend who would be like, strut your stuff. You got it going on. Now get out there and let people see how beautiful you are. I just think that she needs a friend to tell her that, or in this storyline, she needed her own self to be the friend to tell herself it's okay to shine. She's going to get so much further in life and really wind up in the relationship that she wants, the life that she wants, with the partnerships that she wants, because she's about to shift that energy flow of no longer waiting for people that can't quite decide on her and thinking, well, that's just how it is. I just have to wait until somebody gets bored with other people. And then when they're down and out, then they come my way. And that's who I am. Like I'm the person who, like I gave the example of like somebody in school where it's like, oh, the cool kids don't want to be around me unless they have nobody else around. And then they want an actual nice person, a friend. And that's when they'll come to me, but only if their cool friends aren't around. That is so not, none of that is the role for her to play. And I think this is her breaking away from that, which is really good. All right, you guys, I'm going to leave this one here. Thank you so much for hanging with me tonight. I know it's kind of late. Oh my gosh, is anybody else just utterly drained? I feel like happy, but just like so, I don't know, just like I worked really, really, really physically hard today. It was a very busy day, but a fun one. AC, thanks again. TA Cahill, hi, sweetheart. Maureen Jacobs, great to see you, love. Hi, Stacy. Hi, Nani. Tasha, great to see you. Michelle S. Tammy Secord, hi, babe. Jessica H. Sokan Ban, thank you for being here. That's awesome. Robin G, I'm delighted you made it. Hey, Sam Juanita. I love that, Jeannie Vale. Shine on, you crazy diamond. I love that. Michelle S. Hey, hey. Sam Juanita, that is Aries behind me. Yes, I did a crazy little portrait of Mr. Aries yesterday on a piece of cardboard box because that's the kind of artist I am. I had to, I don't know, I got this idea in my head last night that I had to try painting him just because I thought it would be funny and fun, and because I had this big, huge cardboard chunk, because I had opened up the catio. I bought like a cat patio pen thing that I have to put together. And as I unboxed it, I was like, this big old box, this be good canvas. And then I decided, well, since it is the week of Aries, I really need to celebrate. I bought these some time ago, the marigold garland, and it's kind of a bummer because with the angle of this, you can't really see it, but it's this pretty swaggy thing. And I was originally just going to use this funky, bright, celebratory color, and then I was like, it's not enough. I should go and paint some little portrait of Aries with his marigold garland around his neck. So that was my best attempt, but it was fun. Jeannie Vale, thank you, hun. I love that, Jeannie Vale. Oh, that's awesome. Jeannie, I would totally be among your group of friends cheering for you, for sure. I love that. Julie Ashby, wonderful to see you, love. Ferrari 111, hi. Hi, Michelle S. Thank you for being here again, hun. Luminous Marina, thank you, love. You're so cute. Thank you. Oh my gosh, Julie, that's wonderful. Oh, enjoy Bali so much, honey. Hi, Sleep Princess. Vera Lestrange, awesome to see you. Oh, Cassie, very nice. You're going to go cuddle with your puppies. Jessica H, thank you, guys. 808 Hawaii, aloha, darling. Yes. Oh my God. Junk painting is, I always say I'm dumpster art. Like, that's so my style. All right, you guys, take care. I'm going to go ahead and at midnight, our today's topic video is already recorded. That'll come out at 5 a.m. Our signs and symbols video will come out. But right now, I'm going to go ahead and record the video for all of the 13 zodiac winners. All right. And that'll come out. And then I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right. Lots of love, you guys. Bye for now.